You want answers?
I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is 0 Dark 30 and we're blasting out of the bunker. I tell you what, folks, you gotta have freaking humor. You gotta laugh or you'll end up crying. In fact, you just may end up crying anyways. But let's laugh at these people. Humor, well, let's be very specific. Satire is what is allowed in this world these days. Satire. That's it. Can you believe that? Laughing is the one thing we're allowed to do still. I'm surprised the left hasn't taken that away from us. Well, you can laugh. Just don't harass when you do it. Don't bully laugh. Don't make fun of them too critically by pointing out the facts. Well, this is where we're at. Folks, we got some humor left in us. And let's do it. Let's make fun of these idiots out here because they hate that the most. Because laughter involves fact and truth. And you can say it. You can do it. It is actually a philosophical position from which to approach problems, philosophy, humor. You've heard of the word cynic, right? Don't be so cynical. Well, the cynics, folks, often use humor. The cynics were actually a philosophical group in Greece. In fact, there were many different groups that had funny names, like cynics, right? The Stoics and others, right? It's just how they approached things. We need to laugh at these fucking idiots. Joe Biden, President of the United States, most powerful man on the planet, supposedly. The leader of the free world. Free? Really? Is that what we're going to call it? Not really. Anyways, this guy, Joe Biden, is continually making gaffes. That is to say, screw-ups. He did it again last night. Got lost in his words on stage, lost in his thoughts. It's amazing that they're continuing to parade this clown, because that's what he is, a fool, in front of people, and the crowd laughed at him. He was at some conservationist function, dinner, fundraiser probably, shakedown. Got laughed at. The crowd just fucking laughed at him. Their own people, their own supporters laugh. I mean, I'm not talking about the time he went to Europe and other diplomats and world leaders laughed at him as he got lost and bumbled around in England. Not talking about that. Not talking about every other idiotic move this guy has made, but we got to laugh at these people. As laughable, folks, as John Fetterman. That's right, Senator Fetterman, Uncle Fetterman, the idiot. The man who suffered brain damage, as if he wasn't slightly brain damaged before. Suffers from brain damage, and then they run him as a senatorial candidate saying he ought to be able to run and represent people with mental problems. It's like, really? We need people with mental problems running this country. That in itself, folks, makes me cynical about everything goobermental. Everything. We've got to laugh at these people, but be very serious about the consequences. Oh, I can be serious and have humor at the same time. You have to. Well, at least I do. You've got to be able to laugh at these fucking people. That doesn't mean I'm not ready, I'm not prepared, and I don't take it serious. But laughing at them is a valuable tool, not only to maintain our own balanced disposition, but to help others see that we're not just a bunch of fools. Oh my God, all you do is think about that. All you do is worry about the world ending. No, I treat people to humor and jokes all the time. Some call it smartass, others call it funny as hell, right? But the point is I'll use humor to make a damn point. I say, look at this Uncle Fetterman, for example. I go, this is the best the Democrats have. This is what they got. And you want to doubt that the system is full of corruption and fraud in the voting system, right? You run a doctor, a physician against a man who had a fucking stroke and is suffering from mental problems. And the people of the country choose a brain damaged freak? Really? Unbelievable. Anyways, who is the last person you would want giving someone else medical attention and medical advice? It would be someone who is suffering from a mental problem. Someone who doesn't have all their fucking marbles in the same can. Someone who doesn't have both oars in the water. Someone whose elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. Someone whose cheese is slipped off the cracker. You don't want that guy or girl, right? Someone who's all fucked up in the head. Well, Fetterman is suggesting that magic mushrooms be used to treat people medically. Now, alternative medicine aside, the benefits of treating the problem and not the symptoms. I understand all the arguments for alternative medicine, and we should be allowed to practice it. But you don't give the keys to the Lamborghini to the guy with mental problems and then tell him to drive it around and tell us what's wrong with it and how to fix it. You don't give the keys to the ship, the helm to the Titanic in a sea full of icebergs and then say, hey, why don't you see if you can get us through it safely there, pal? That's what's so laughable about this, folks. They're laughing at us, the super rich and powerful, because they put Biden out there and we're supposed to follow it. They're looking, folks, literally, the Bill Gates, the George Soros, or the Alex Soroses of the world. Right? They're looking at us and laughing at us. The Zark Muckerberg types of the world who think they're better than everyone else and smarter and more clever with their little smarmy attorneys. Like they can just fool us and shit on us and trick us. They laugh because people actually believe Biden is good, that they think he's a great guy, that he's doing a good job. They're laughing at us. Well, I laugh at them because they're going to end up with their head on a pike at some point for it. And if they're dead, then there'll be some desecration going on of their graves. These people, folks, deserve a lot more than they'll ever get. I'm talking about all the bastards that are laughing at us, but we need to laugh at them. And it's starting to happen. Well, yeah, people are fighting back. And we'll talk more about that tonight, about the pride flag being not only, folks, laughed at, but now it's being banned. That's right. They haven't even gotten through Pride Month, and people have fucking had it with them, and they're now banning pride flags. We'll talk about that more tonight. It needs to come up and help remind me, just in case I'm too busy laughing at these fucking idiots, to remember for myself. So, let us continue. The leader of Biden's administration in the diversity, inclusion, and equity was testifying before Congress. And a congressman who was bald appeared to have a better tan than I did. This guy was questioning her and making her answer some questions or asking some questions that she was more than willing to answer because they were simple. Even a simpleton could answer them using some common sense. Unlike Ketanji Brown Jackson, Supreme Court nominee and now justice, who couldn't even answer what a fucking woman is. Talk about laughable. Woo! That's some stupid shit there. Anyways, this diversion, inclusion, and equity leader essentially said, color doesn't matter, right? Figuring out someone's race doesn't matter. He worked her into a corner where she basically agreed it's who can do the job should get the job. And she's part of diversion, inclusion, and equity. In other words, there's no philosophical basis. Is she going to change her job? Is she going to change her style? Is she going to give up? No, of course not. See, it's not about actual intelligent thinking. It's about using that position, that policy that these liberal scumbag Democrats have to assist others. There's no intelligent or philosophical or sociological. There is no way to justify it other than to say this is our policy and this is what we want to do. We want to punish white people and promote people of color, especially our favored types. Not Asians, though. Not you poor Asians. Nope. You guys are just too smart. You're too good at math. They are that dumb, folks. You gotta laugh at them. They're gonna keep giving us reasons to laugh at them. Use humor to help people see what's going on, right? I should point out how stupid they are. How can you even support that? Look at this, right? Fetterman talking about how to treat problems in medicine with mushrooms. That's like asking an alcoholic which brand of whiskey is best for curing your problem. All right, folks. Hey, chance favors. The prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi. Godspeed. We'll catch up tonight.